Meroplankton is an organism that spend their life cycle as a planktonic organisms. Fishes were injected with hormone to induce spawning. The planktonic fish eggs were released from female and externally fertilized with male fish sperms. Then larvae will develop until it hatches into an adult. This experiment is likely to see the effect of development of fish egg hatching within the selective treatment. In this experiment, we use lime juice as a treatment to see the development of fish egg when we're using the lime juice as a treatment. So we're going to see the methods and materials that were used in doing the Meroplankton laboratory experiment. So first of all, the Anabas testudinus was weighed down, and the weight was recorded. Then the Anabas testudinus will be injected with a hormone about 0.02 ml, and the hormone called ovaprene. As you can see that this is the bottle of the hormone, and then it will injected near the end of the dorsal fin, and then as you can see that she massaging near it, so the hormone will absorb into most of all the body. Then the fish will be put back inside the aquarium. So this scene of video is actually near 7 p.m. but we slightly guess that the fertilization is at 6:45 p.m. So we can see the egg in that beaker, and this is the materials that we used while doing the experiment. First of all, of course, we're using lines, cutting board, knife, pipette filler, filter, beaker, depression slides, glass slides, dropper, glass rod, pipette, and microscope. Okay, first of all, we cut the line into pieces, and then we're going to extract the lime juice by using this filter into a beaker. This filter is likely to filter the bulb of the lime juice, because we doesn't want it to stuck into the pipette, and we remove the lime juice from this beaker into a small beaker, because we were going to use this beaker for the chlorinate water. We're going to dilute the lime solution because we know that lime juice is acidic, and the range of pH of the lime juice is at 3, and the Anabas testudinus will hatch at pH 4 to 5, and it is really desirable pH for eggfish to hatch. So we're going to make a stock solution, and we're going to dilute it until we get a desirable pH. So we take 1 ml of the lime juice that we extract from the lime, and then transfer it to the big beaker, and then I will add up about 99 ml of dechlorinate water, and we actually tested the dechlorinate water, and the pH is at 6.88, and it's nearly neutral. So the dechlorinate water is our control, and this is our stock solution. And okay, we're going to make first serial dilution. So we're going to take about 1 ml of the stock solution and transfer it in another beaker, and again we will going to fill it and add it with 99 ml dechlorinate water. So After mix it up, we get a first cereal dilution solution. So this is our first dilution solution. Before doing the lab, we tested the lime juice solution, so that we want to test only one solution that we want to use as a treatment for the egg, for the fish egg to hatch. So we're going to target the solution at pH 4 to 5. So use pH meter to actually measure the pH from both solution. So when using this instrument, pH meter, we're going to wash it with distilled water first, and then we put it into the beaker that contains the solution and measure it, and the pH will be measured. And then after using it, we will wash it again with distilled water and wipe it carefully, and then put it back in and put the buffer back into at the pH meter, so that it won't be dry up, or else it will be broken. And then actually after the testing, we take the first cereal dilution because the pH is at range 4 to 5. So 4 to 5, so then we will use it as our treatment. And I put the egg on the depression slide and add the first cereal dilution or the treatment into the depression slide as well with the egg fish, and then will be observed by the microscope. So that's the methods and materials that being used during the laboratory experiment.
And now I'm going to explain to you about the results. So first, the tank that we chose is the tank D. So below is the temperature, pH, and the fertilization time for the eggs. So for the control, the temperature is 27.6 degrees Celsius, whereas the temperature for the treatment is 27.3 degrees Celsius. The pH value for the control is 7.11, and the pH value for the treatment is 5.83. So the time where the sperms and the eggs fertilized was 6:45 p.m. So for the cleavage period, we could see that treatment has the highest HPF compared to the control, whereby the treatment showed the faster development of egg during both cleavage and blastula period. However, the development of eggs began to slow down in gastrula for the treatment. As you can see, the HPF was longer than that of the control HPF. The development of eggs was still slow in the segmentation period, from the development of somite from 1 somite to up to the 20 somite. The sizes of the eggs vary as different eggs were used at once to reduce the chance of overlooking the stage of the development of the eggs. In control, you could see that the eggs showed a successful hatching, whereby the embryo breaks out of the chorion at 22.08 HPF. In treatment, however, the egg stops developing at stage 20 somite in the segmentation period, as the eggs begin to burst.
Okay, now I will discuss more about discussion. Okay, first, temperature might affect the development of the embryo, which is temperature here because of air conditioner and also the light from the microscope, because we can determine how high temperature because of the light microscope. And then second is heating of lime juice that can lead the oxidation of organic compound representing lime juice. And the carbon that be produced can lead to the carbon dioxide poisoning that will cause the fish more suffocation, and it will also happen to the egg fish. Okay, third is suitable condition for development of egg, and according to Karim 2003, which is undergraduate final year project from UMK, he stated that the best condition for the egg hatch is pH 5. But however, our egg not hatch even our pH is 5.83. This is due to we might press the cover slip harder that cause the cell to burst, and also we not add more water that cause the egg drying. And third is because of light from the microscope that cause the glass light in higher temperature that will cause a change in temperature. And then also the first error that we did is we don't place the egg into the treatment early, so we can determine the actual development of egg. And also the last one is we might use the dead egg, so we can determine the development, which is our first batch egg already burst, and then we take the second batch, but we're not sure whether the egg is already dead or still alive.
Now I will talk about the conclusion. According to Karim 2013, the best pH condition for Anabas testudinis eggs hatch is pH 5. The fish eggs in the control, which has pH 7.11, hatches, whereas the fish eggs in the treatment with pH 5.83 showed no development after 21 somite stage as they immediately burst. This might be due to the oxidation of organic compound in the lime juice that produce carbon, which might lead to carbon poisoning. Throughout the experiment, there were many mistakes that have been done, which prevents the eggs from hatching. Therefore, in future experiments, the water treatment need to refill into the depression slide frequently to avoid hydrated. Plus, the eggs need to be handled with care as they are fragile and crack easily. Last but not least, the observer needs to observe the eggs thoroughly and take necessary pictures for the result.